Hi everybody, it's Karen. I'm back to share my first design team project for the month of May for AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy. And I will leave links in the description box below to her store, where she has a lot of the products that I've used are still available for sale, and she has some new products that she's just put in the last couple of days. So if you haven't been over to look at the shop in a while, you want to have a look, because there's some lovely new English Cluny laces, and they're exclusive to Kim's shop, Angel Dream Crafts Kim on Etsy. I will also leave links to her other designers, and you can go over and check out what they are creating with the beautiful items from the store. For my project, I created a folder, and what I used to start out with was 2 large envelopes. They were used envelopes that I had in my stash, business size. They were 12 by 8, and then I overlapped them by 6 inches in the middle, which I'll show you when we go inside the folio. And so it makes the whole thing 18 wide and then 8 inches tall. And she did get a little bit fat when I started filling her with some of the goodies inside. So I did end up putting a tie on her of some crinkled seam binding. Kim has some seam binding and some ribbons in her shop, and also lace works very well for closures. And I've used a digital paper line, and so that's what you will see throughout this journal, and it's beautiful lilacs. So on the all the way around the top of the journal here, you see this gorgeous crocheted, looks like lace, but it's actually one of the doilies from her shop. And what I did was I cut the center out of this doily, and I used that behind this collection of flowers. And then I had the whole outer edge, and I just cut it, and then I just used it as a trim. And that is a really nice way to use your doilies to make these beautiful crocheted cotton trims. And I did that on the bottom and the top of the folder, all the way around and into the inside. So you have this beautiful crocheted border. I used some flat back pearls. She had sent me a sheet of these in one of my last month's design, one of the kits she sent. And these are the kind of goodies that you may not find in the shop, but she includes them in some of the kits that she does. So I cut off a couple of lengths of those, and I used them along the top and the bottom here for accent over that crocheted lace. On the side are 2 of the laces from her shop. The white one with the lace and fabric, and it has the scalloped edge with the pearls that are embedded in the fabric with the metal backing, so they're not falling out. And then the lilac colored ruffled trim in the tulle. So this is the one here, the purple with the tulle, and then the other one is this one. And it has this pretty lace and then the fabric, and lots of uses that you can use that for. The rest of the front of the cover is a collection. She sent me one of the collections of flowers that she has in her store. This is the lilac one or purple one, and she has them in pink and cream, I believe, as well. You have to go and look. I know she still has some in the store. It's a beautiful collection of flowers that she's put together, and so you get a really nice grouping of flowers to be able to do some really pretty things with. And so what I decided to do was to do an arrangement on the front of this journal to really showcase how pretty these flowers are. They're paper flowers, and then I've added in a couple of little silk rolled roses, and I've added in some of those pearls that I showed you previously like this. I just cut 3s off and I tucked them in to the bouquet of flowers here as well. And then also tucked in to this bouquet of flowers, you will see some of this tulle trim here. I'll just come up a little bit. I'll zoom in on it so that we can have a good look. So there is some tulle fabric tucked in here as well. And that is this tool fabric that she has in the shop, the polka dot tool. And this is a very versatile and very pretty trim. And I just cut pieces off and then regathered them a little bit shorter than the gathering at the bottom, cut the excess off, and then just tuck them in with a little fine tweezer that I use to tuck them into place and then glue them in place. This is a heart bling from her shop. She no longer has these in the shop. She has other pieces of bling that would work equally well, and she's always getting new pieces of bling in. This just happened to be one I had left over from her shop, and I loved it there. I thought it looked so pretty. And then I did a little butterfly myself, made with 4 little beads and then a little acrylic flower on top, and I just tucked that into the flowers as well. The back of this folder has the beautiful cotton trim on the top and the bottom. You can see the back of that one lace trims the binding here, and then just one of the beautiful floral lilacs from that paper collection. I've just tied it with a bow, and I just slid this ribbon underneath the flowers here. So it actually could come out altogether if the person didn't want to tie on it. So it opens in 3 parts. This is the section that's overlapped. This is one envelope from this edge here to here. And then the second one starts here and goes to this edge here. And I overlapped them in the middle. This is 6 inches across here, and I've stitched them in place here, and I stitched along the bottom and up the sides. I left the top open because I've put some things in here. So this is an opening here, and then there's a pocket here and a pocket here at the top and a pocket here as well. So I created 3 pockets in the top. What I'll do is just slide it over and we can look at each section. So this section, you have the beautiful cotton trim, of course, shows on the bottom here as well. This is a lace piece that she sent to me in my design team package, just the cream colored beautiful lace in the background here. I've used it for another project already, so this is what I have left. And so I made a tuck here for it, like a little pocket. I made a pocket along the bottom here where I have something tucked in, and I made another little half slide here just to tuck a few things behind here. And I think that's it for that lace. And then on this envelope here, I have put some of the floral dangle trim that I use a lot, and it's very versatile. And here I've just cut it apart. So it's this one here, and it comes on this, like you get a yard of it, and it's all connected together on that strip like that. So you can either use it as a dangle, as I've shown before, you can use it as a tassel, or you can cut the individual pieces off, where I have in this case, and use it as a border trim or around a picture. So it's really a versatile trim and really, really pretty. And so in this little booklet there, or in this folder, there are there's a booklet in here with some blank paper, and that tucks in to this pocket here. And then there's 2 little envelopes here that I've left empty, but they're tucking in here, and you could just write your own little notes or whatever, a secret place for journaling or putting in keepsakes. And then in this lace pocket here is another couple little pockets, and in them is some words. And this one has some tickets in it with the lilac flowers on them. And then they each have a little journaling card in them as well. And I've used a little piece of the eyelet lace from the shop to use as the tab on there. And those just tuck in here. I've used a floral piece of fabric that I had these pretty little flowers on that were in sort of the mauve colors, and I used those on to add embellishment onto the lace. And then in each of the large pockets formed with putting this together, I've got little journal. There's some of the digitals from this digital download, there's some tea stain digitals, and there's some other digitals from others. All the pages are on each side there's some that have lines on them. The rest are easy, would be easy to write on with just because it's a light color in the background. And I've put a little pocket inside the front of this one. And then there's just sewn in with some embroidery floss, and I've just added some little flowers on there for embellishment. I think these journals are 5 by 8, and they have 24 pages inside total, the front and back. And then if you wanted to journal on the back side of the front cover and the back side, and the other side of the back cover, you'd have a couple extra spots as well, because I didn't include the covers in that page count. So this is the other one, again, put together with the embroidery floss, 5 by 8 in size, beautiful digital papers inside. And this one has a little pocket inside too. And this one has a bigger butterfly in the center on the ties. And like I say, lots of space for journaling, quite large pages. And like you could easily journal there as well as here. And I didn't count that in the total number of pages that's here. And then the other little booklet on this side was plain paper, and this one is some lined paper. And it's also just slid in here. And then when that flips up, I put a piece of lace from the shop here, and then a piece of the Rococo trim from the shop on the top. She's still selling this as well. It's a pretty trim. She has it in lilac, blue, and pink, I believe. And I've made a double belly band here with the trim and the lace. So I have these 2 envelopes which I've left open, because a lot of people like to either journal in them and then close them, or also you can fill them with goodies and then just run a bead of glue along here and close them up yourself, or just leave them as tuck spots. And so I've put those here underneath the lace, so that you can see them here on the side. And then you could also slide some things underneath this piece of lace as well. And then this little tuck here that I created with that pretty lace from Kim's shop, and then just a little embellishment of my own for my stash. I put some of the tickets that came in this digital download paper line. They're so pretty, the lilacs. And I just tucked those in there because the journals are plain inside, as are the notebooks. And so you could use those tickets to create tuck spots in the folder as well, or in the journals as well, if you wanted to. And this one, this is a pocket as well. And what I've done is used one of the envelopes from the digital line, and again, left it open. You could use this for secret journaling space, and then, or tuck things in here as well. And then I've glued in, I think it's 20 pages of lined paper that is glued in here at the top. So what you have to do to put it back in here is the pad of paper slides in here. And you just want to be careful that little flap goes in the back there too. And it all slides in place. And then you have this flips up. And then there's the little pocket here that I created with the lace. And in here, I've just put some of the lined journaling cards and just stapled them together with a little topper on them from the collection as well. So there's lots of journaling space in here. There's lots of places you could put photos or keepsakes. You could take some of it out if you wanted to write a letter and send it in one of these beautiful envelopes, or send some happy mail, and then the folder would be reduced in size. You can always add another pad of paper, tuck it in anywhere if your writing space runs out. But there's a lot of space in here to do a lot of writing. And I think she turned out really pretty. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And that just closes. And the back cover, I added in another topper of that cut from that beautiful lace, and a big deep pocket here. Added a little die cut hummingbird on there. And then these are journaling cards that have been stitched around the edge. I've sewn on them, and they have pretty backings on them as well. And I tucked in here. So those could be taken out and written on and sent away to people, or just used as another part of your journal space. So that is the pretty little folder I created for my first design team project for the month of May. I thank everyone for stopping by. I hope you're having a great start to your week, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.